Good day, everyone. Our topic for today is about structuralism and post-structuralism. But before that, I am Junepa Di Paragiri, and here are my members.
And I am Hazel Disuwal.
I'm Neto Libatog Meral Jr.
Areza Joyce Abigail A. I'm Jessa Abigail A. Areza, and we are from BTBTED 2C Garments and Fashion Designs.
Structuralism is a way of approaching texts and practices that is derived from the theoretical work of Swiss linguist Ferdinand de Saussure. Ferdinand de Saussure is a Swiss linguist and was a chief pioneer of structural linguistics. Saussure divided language into two component parts, the signified and the signifier. Signifier is an element of language, is a material representation of linguistic sign and physical form, or a sound associated with or something. Signified is an idea or concept associated with a signifier which together constitute the linguistic sign. According to Saussure, meaning is also in a process of combination and selection. It means that substituting certain parts of sentence for new parts can also change meaning. Those words relation which is syntagmatic access and paradigmatic access. Structuralists argued that language organize and contract our sense of reality. Different languages effect produce different mappings of the real.
Saussure make another distinction that has proved essential to the development of structuralism. This is the division of language into lang and paro. Lang refers to the system of language, the rules and conventions that organize it. This is language as a social institution, and as Roland Barthes 1967 points out, it is essentially a collective contact which one must accept in its entirety if one wishes to communicate. Parole refers to the individual utterance, the individual use of language, and parole is the physical manifestation of speech where through individual use of language each person creates a particular style that characterizes it in the process of communication in a society. Finally, Saussure distinguishes between two theoretical approaches to linguistics: the diachronic approach, which studies the historical development of a given language, and the synchronic approach, which studies a given language in one particular moment in time. Structuralism takes two basic ideas from Saussure's work. First, a concern with the underlying relations of texts and practices, the grammar that makes meaning possible. Second, the view that meaning is always the result of the interplay of relationships of selection and combination made possible by the underlying structure.
Claude Levi-Strauss Claude Levi-Strauss 1968 uses Saussure to help him discover the unconscious foundation of the culture of so-called primitive societies. As Terence Hawkes 1977 points out, his query, in short, is the language of the whole culture, its systems, and its general laws. He talks it through the particular varieties of its role. Mitz Levi-Strauss argues work like language. They comprise individual items analogous to individual units of language, morphemes, and phonemes. For example, in order to say what is bad, we must have some notion of what is good. In the same way, what it means to be a man is defined against what it means to be a woman. Wait pa?
Post-structuralism. Post-structuralism rejects the idea of an underlying structure upon which meaning can rest secure and guaranteed. Meaning is always in process. What we call the meaning of a text is only ever a momentary stop in a continuing flow of interpretations following interpretations. Saussure, as we have noted, posited language as consisting of the relationship between the signifier, signified, and the sign. The theories of post-structuralism suggest that the situation is more complex than these signifiers do not produce signifieds. They produce more signifiers, meaning as a result is a very unstable thing. In the death of the author, the now post-structuralist Barthes in 1977 insists that a text is a multi-dimensional space in which a variety of writings, none of them original, blend and clash. The text is a tissue of quotations drawn from the innumerable centers of culture. Only a reader can bring a temporary unity to a text. The text is experienced only in an activity of production. A text is a work seen as inseparable from the active process of its many readings.
Jacques Derrida. Post-structuralism is virtually synonymous with the work of Jacques Derrida. Derrida adds to this the notion that meaning is also always deferred, never fully present, always both absent and present. Derrida in 1973 has invented a new word to describe the divided nature of the sign. Difference, meaning is made both to differ and differ. Saussure's model of difference is spatial, in which meaning is made in the relations between signs that are locked together in a self-regulating structure. Derrida's model of difference, however, is both structural and temporal. Meaning depends on structural difference but also on temporal relations of before and after. For Derrida, the binary opposition, so important to structuralism, is never a simple structural relation, it is always a relation of power, in which one term is in a position of dominance with regard to the other. Derrida in 1976 refers to the strange economy of the supplement to point to the unstable interplay between such binary oppositions. In his analysis of Jean-Jacques Rousseau's confessional and linguistic writings, Derrida constructs the binary opposition between speech and writing. Rousseau considers speech as the natural way to express thought. Writing he regards as a dangerous supplement. However, when presence is no longer guaranteed by speech, writing becomes a necessary means to protect presence. According to Derrida, he declares what he wishes to say, but he also describes that which he does not wish to say.